Okay, guys, what's up? I am back. I am gonna do a little bit more streaming because I want to succeed. I want to do this. I want to land the job. I want to, you know, make that make that leap into the next level to where I can, really say that I finished this project. Um, so I was very tired earlier. I wanted to pick up where I left off. I'm a little bit more awake right now, just a little bit. Um, I got good sleep last night. Finally got prescription medication for sleep. Slept like a baby last night for the first time in like 20 days, but I'm still like bouncing back from that, so I'm just tired. You know how it is. So at 2:30 to what? We actually stopped at. Didn't write that down. I'll just take a guess. Well, it was like 4 o'clock because I remember I went to the gym at like 4 something. So we'll just put 4 o'clock, and then we come back and we started at 7 o'clock. So I'm gonna do like at least another hour, and continued working on server data transfer integrity solution. Made final decision on implementation. Simple function which takes in list method and data to be appended. Uses with as context manager for locking code segment. Yeah, I can just tell by like typing right now that I am where I'm supposed to be compared to where I was earlier. I was just like not awake. I don't know, it might have been my sleeping medicine like had residual effects. I just like wasn't there, you know. I'm sure we all feel that way sometimes, and sometimes that goes on for weeks, you know. Go through certain things in our life and you just gotta fight through it and just trudge through the mud and clean your boots off on the other side, and then you can pick up the pace again. Alright, so we're going to continue doing what we were doing, which is not very fun because I'm not actually well, you know what, I'm a liar. I am gonna write code. I am not going to that's right. Here's what we're gonna do. We want to test. Let's see exactly what we want to do. We want to, let's see, function. Would finish running that function. Would checking to see if we have multiple threads be faster. So I spent like a little detour learning things, various different little things. Refresher on multi-threading, multi-processing, queues. You know, I refreshed my knowledge on some things, learned a little bit about newer Python implementation, added some things that I need to learn better to my to-do list, and then now we're back on track to solve this solution. So let's do this code. What we want to test is this function we created, which is the lock function. It's going to either, this is what we're checking, if there is another thread versus just use with. So that's what we're testing right now. We want to see, like, is it faster to just always use the lock, even on the client side where there's only a single thread, or is it more efficient to check to see if there's another thread, and if there is another thread, then use the lock. But I was like, well, maybe the act of checking to see if there's another thread is similar to the overhead that it takes to just use the lock. So let's actually figure that out. We did ask. ChatGPT did not want to cooperate with me. Okay, he's up now. He was asleep. He was asleep. He was asleep before. That's something we say in the South. We say sleep. It's kind of ghetto, but that's how I talk. Anyway, what question exactly did I ask? It was oh yeah, I asked specifically when should no, it's above that. Does this imply true? No. Yeah, this was my tangent. No. No. Okay. Okay, so this was also something we wanted to check about using match versus Now this is something that I'm gonna have to actually check out though, because I can't skip through this as much as I would like to and just code, because we want to actually consider versus match if alternative. So I am just gonna ask ChatGPT straight up, Python, is match faster than if? In many cases, yes. Using Python's match statement can be faster than using multiple if statements, especially when you have a large number of conditions to check. The match statement introduced by Python 3.10 is optimized for such scenarios. Here's a simple example to illustrate. Check with if. If x is equal to 1, return 1, x is equal to 2, return 2. Okay. Using match, def check with match, and takes an x and we put return match x. Okay, return match number. Case 1, return 1, case 2, return 2, case 3, return 3, case. I just wonder, why is this faster? Like, why did... I guess they didn't want to remove if, and like that would be too much of a sea change. They're just like, we like improved if and we're gonna call it match now. In this example, check with if and check with match do the same thing, but check with match uses the match statement in some cases, especially as the number of conditions increase. Check with match might be faster because it's optimized for pattern matching. However, it's important to note that the difference might not always be significant, and it heavily depends on the specific use case, number of conditions, and other factors. In some cases, the difference might be negligible. It's always a good idea to profile your code to see which approach performs better for your specific scenario. Okay. What exactly about match is different than if? Match statement introduced provides a more concise and powerful way to perform pattern matching compared to traditional if statements. Here are some key differences. Syntax of the match statement, okay, is more structured and concise, especially when dealing with multiple conditions. Yeah, you just like don't have to put equals, and it's like just write case. Yeah. With match, you can use pattern matching to match values more flexibly. This includes matching against literals, variables, sequences, mappings, and more. Literals, variables, sequences, mappings, and more. Deeper matching. Match allows for deeper pattern matching where you can match not just against the... I don't understand how does, like... Yeah, I don't understand how that's any different than like if, or I don't understand. Match allows for deeper pattern matching where you can match not just against the value itself, but also against the structure of the value. I don't know what that means. Type matching. Match can also be used for type matching, which can be very useful in scenarios where you want to handle different types of data differently. So you just put like case, and then you don't use the type keyword. You just put like case and then like the type, and it understands what you mean without having to type. Performance, well, not always in this case. In some scenarios, a match can be optimized for performance, especially when dealing with large numbers of conditions. A more expressive and concise way to handle it. Okay. What exactly is it? Explain pattern matching. And then also explain number 3 and number 4, please. You gotta say please. Duh. Show the stuff deeper into pattern matching and its implications by the addressing points 3 and 4. Pattern matching. Pattern matching is a powerful concept that allows you to match values against a pattern or structure and execute codes based on the match. In Python's match statement, you can use patterns to match values in a flexible and expressive way. Literal matching. You can match values against the literals directly. Match. So it says 1, case 1. Okay, match 1. Okay, yeah, that's variable binding. You can bind variables within patterns and use them in the corresponding code block. You can bind variables within patterns and use them in the corresponding, like, what is a pattern? This language is just weird. What do you mean a pattern? You can bind variables within patterns and use them in the corresponding code block. For example, match X, case A, B, match the list you can bind variables within patterns and use them in the corresponding code block. So this is just like kind of strange to me. Case A, B, okay, then case key value, and then case message. I don't understand. What does this mean? You can bind variables within patterns and use them in the corresponding code block. You can bind variables within patterns. Like, does that mean you can assign variables? Okay,